Alright, so the tricky part is, since I have a 5 series, it's a little bit harder to route these than I was hoping. Because the strut bar is a lot different than the other 3 series and whatnot. And on top of that, this eBay hose is just slightly, and I mean ever so slightly, like an inch or so too short. Although, actually this can be where it rests, because the little clamp that's down here is just going to go up here. So as long as I can kick it straight, although this clamp is in the way, I don't know if I can even mount this, honestly. Might just have to hang. Might just have to hang, guys. Kind of sucks. I don't like doing it like that. Might just have to put it on an angle, which won't do any good. It's not going to do what we want it to do. Actually, it looks like this clamp's in the way. Looks like I just pulled the funny. All I had to do is just rotate this clamp around a little bit more. Get a little bit more room. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what I'm saying?
So I put that here, although I should probably just delete the fucking bypass valves. This thing is just so obnoxious having these in the way. Anywho, I can put that over here, unless I just leave it like this, because then that cover is going to come to here into here. Alright, that won't work. It's a nifty little setup we got here, huh? Nifty little setup. I wonder if I could put it like over here. The clamp's in the way. Might be able to just squeeze it here and then run this actually right where it was and not even cut it. It's on a kind of a nasty angle here, but it's not ideal. But I think this will work a lot better than me trying to cut it, put it into place, because getting this to mount up where I want it to is a little tough right now. Plus I still have to put the shroud and everything else on. It would probably help if I didn't have these this big intake anymore. Plus, I missed that these have to go over this guy. I think for now, as long as it stays in the place for me, it'll be alright. Then I can find out on a later date how it's going to really work. Because I don't want to do this all night long trying to mess around and figure out where I'm going to actually have it perfectly seated. And clearly I need to put actual intakes on this now that I'm looking at it. And the stock box is just not cutting it anymore. So we'll go ahead and tighten these clamps up. Leave it as is for now. But ideally, if you had a 335, like the one outside, all you would have to do is just cut this really long hose and make it shorter. I unfortunately don't really have that option because one, I have this cowl piece right here, and this is for the cabin, like air, and the way that this sits versus a 3 series, the 3 series just has the cowl that goes across like that, and then the filter here and the filter section there. And then they have the bar. They don't have this huge like blocking section, so they're able to take it and kind of put it here. As to where I don't really have that option as much, so I kind of got to do what I kind of got to do here. Leave these like this, even though I really like having everything kind of looking factory in this car, which kind of stinks on my behalf. I feel like if I had the other intakes, it would probably be a lot better. Maybe I'll just order those tonight because now I see that this is a problem. But the goal is that when this goes back into place, done this 5,001 million times at this point, owning this car. Leave that there. And then come to this side. Grab this guy with all its dusty glory. And shove this into here. Now you get to see my nifty little catch can that's probably going to rattle around like crazy, but that's okay. Function over form, that's what we're here for. I'd rather the catch can do its job and work than me hoping that the PCV system will do its job 100%, because clearly it doesn't, and we get blow-by throughout the engine bay. So, throughout the engine bay, throughout the intake track. So ideally, all I have left to do is just tighten this down. And remember, when you tighten these, they don't always go the way that you think. Righty-tighty's not always righty-tighty, because this one will just come out on this side, so you gotta take it to the left, so you get it to lock down into place. Like so. And then same thing on this guy. This guy rotates all the way around. Maybe I was wrong. Yep, I was wrong. So on this guy. Tighten that one into place. Not going anywhere. I don't have these bolts on here because I got tired of taking the Torx bits out every single time. Damn, that sucks. Kind of needed that for the catch can. That's okay. But put this guy back in place. Force this guy back into this corner. Got seats down into there. And then this one comes in here. And they're rubberized kind of, so you kind of force them in and around. Running a 5 Series is kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. It's great. It's great having a 5 Series wagon. You know, when a car meets and you're the only one there. It gets lonely when you're the only one there. Then you can't talk to wagon people about wagon things and fitment. Because I wouldn't mind getting a new set of wheels for this, but I don't know what the 535s look like. That's a nice sound. You just take this guy, put this back in here, and that settles that. What I can also do is loosen this clamp a little bit, loosen this one. I can take it and I can force it to do what I want it to do. So I can get it to sit straight by just rotating that clamp and then tightening everything up. So that way it'll sit up straight up and down. It shouldn't hit anything above, so that'll be good. But the main thing is just making sure it sits straight up and down so it actually does its job. This might get kind of annoying flopping around though. But I will take that over having to have blow-by going through my intake track. It is what it is. If I hear it, I hear it. If I don't, I don't. I need to get a magnet and get that out. I'll see you in the next one.